Hello, learners. You're welcome to class today. We're going to start with measurements. Please carefully go through the videos and take down notes when necessary. It is my prayer that as we begin today, God will grant you quick understanding of all the topics we'll be treating. Feel free to ask questions, and I wish you all the best. Measurement. Measurement is a system to measure the height, weight, capacity, or even amount of certain objects. In simple terms, when we measure, we mean quantifying the length, weight, capacity, and many more quantities. The most measured quantities are the length, weight, and capacity. These terms we talked about are quantified using units. There are two types of units. You have the US customary and the metric units as you have it on the screen. You have the common one we're used to, millimeters, centimeters, meters. For weight, we have kilograms, grams, milligrams, centigrams, and so on. For capacity or volume, we quantify with the units liters, kiloliters, milliliters. We have megaliters, we have gigaliters. So you may need to pause here and take this down. Now that brings us to our basic objective for this class. We'll be learning how to convert between metric units of length, weight, and capacity. Length. The length of an object is a measure of how long the object is from one end to another. When you know the length of an object, you are able to tell that this object A is longer than object B is shorter than object C. And the units for measuring length, we have the units kilometers, meters, decimeters. These are some instruments for measuring length. For weight, we say weight is the quantity of matter contained in a body. The weight is how heavy a body is. The capacity is the maximum amount that something can contain or accommodate. A jug with a capacity of accommodating the 1 liter juice cannot accommodate 2 liters. That's the capacity. But when you talk about volume, we say the volume is the amount of space that a substance occupies. That's volume and capacity. I hope so far we've been learning something and you're taking down notes. Now, this is what some of us learned growing up, some of our parents. 10 millimeters make 1 centimeter, 10 centimeter make 1 decimeter, 10 decimeter make 1 meter. Now, with the knowledge of that rhyme, we're able to convert between one metric unit to another in weight, be it length or capacity. It will be nice for you to learn it too well if you can, but just understand it. That's the major thing. Now, the milli is the smallest prefix that is attached to the grams, the meters, or the liters. Then you have the centi, you have deci, you have meters, you have deca, and so on. Now here's the logic. When you're moving from a smaller unit to a larger unit, you're dividing. When you're moving from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you're multiplying. Now the metric conversion chart tells us that each metric unit gets 10 times bigger towards the left, while it's 10 times smaller towards the right. So I'm also going to introduce to you the King Henry method of understanding conversion. We have King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. The U there, which is usually, can be taken as either of the base units. You have the meter, the liter, and the grams. This serves as a major guide when we are converting from kilograms to grams and the likes. Now, if you look at it very well, you see that to convert to smaller, you move to the right, while to convert to larger units, you move to the left. We'll take examples. For our first example, we're going to be using the King Harry method. In this method, we move the decimal points. The first thing I'd like you to do is know how to write it down in your notebook. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. Just write it out. Kilo, hecto, deca, the base units, which is meters, liters, and grams, deci, centi, and milli, should be written out clearly in your notes. There you have 1000 milligrams. You converted to how many grams? Now look at the position of milligrams. That's the smallest unit there. Now grams is one of the base units. So there we're moving 3 steps back. 1000 is a whole number, so its decimal point is just after the last digit there, which is the third zero. So we are moving 3 steps backward. 1, 2, 3. You have it as 1 gram. For the second example, you can see 0.15 kilograms to grams. Looking at where the decimal point is, kilograms, how many steps takes you to gram? 3 steps to the right. So we are moving 1, 2, 3. We have it as 150 gram. The next one is 6,000 meters to kilometers. From meters, which is one of the base units, to kilometers on the left hand side, we are moving 3 steps to the left. 6,000 is a whole number. Remember where the decimal point will be. I'd like you to note that these movements are in respect to division and multiplication of the tens, 100, or 1000. So don't just say, oh, we're just moving magic. No, we're dividing, we're multiplying. 96 liters to milliliters. We are moving 3 steps to the right. 3 steps to the right. I'd like you to take your time and go through my examples as you prepare to answer the evaluation questions. I hope this King Harry method has been helpful.